Your four favorites are Furiosa, Melancholia, Dreams, and Mulholland Drive. My top choice for you is Annihilation. Like Furiosa, it depicts women trying to survive in a deadly environment. Like Melancholia, it's sci-fi about depression and self-destruction. Like Dreams, it explores the relationship between humans and nature in a dreamlike manner. And it's about identity, like Mulholland Drive. Last Night in Soho, like Mulholland Drive, is about two women, identity, obsession, and trauma. Like Furiosa, Anya Taylor-Joy is one of the stars, and it's about a woman who's haunted by her past. Like Melancholia, it's got this underlying feeling of dread and depicts a character's psychological unraveling or deterioration. And like Dreams, it's about dreams. Synecdoche, New York is about depression, like Melancholia. It blurs the line between fiction and reality, like how Mulholland Drive blurs the line between dreams and reality. And like Dreams, the story feels dreamlike and fractured, and it's about art and death. I feel like I'm constantly recommending The Double Life of Veronique to people with Mulholland Drive in their four favorites because identity and doppelgangers. But I also think you'd like this one since you're a fan of Melancholia and Dreams because it has a dreamy, almost melancholic atmosphere to it. Three Women is another one I'm always recommending to Mulholland Drive fans, but I especially want to recommend it to you because you like Dreams, which was inspired by some of Akira Kurosawa's actual dreams, and this film was inspired by a dream Robert Altman had. Last Year at Marienbad feels dreamlike and abstract like Dreams and Mulholland Drive. The Holy Mountain is a surrealist film like Mulholland Drive. The protagonist undergoes a transformative journey like Furiosa, and the story is spiritual and metaphysical like Dreams and existential like Melancholia. Under the Skin, like Furiosa, depicts a lone woman navigating a harsh world with minimal dialogue. It's science fiction with a sort of brooding atmosphere like Melancholia. It's kind of abstract like Dreams, and like Mulholland Drive, it's about identity and at times feels sort of eerie and surreal. You've got a movie directed by David Lynch in your favorites and a movie based on the filmmaker's dreams in your favorites, but you didn't have Eraserhead marked as watch, which was directed by David Lynch and very much feels like a nightmare, includes a pretty memorable dream sequence, and was partially inspired by a daydream Lynch had where he had this vision of a man's head bouncing on the ground before being picked up by a boy and taken to a pencil factory. Enemy is a surreal psychological thriller involving doppelgangers like Mulholland Drive, and it's got some dreamlike symbolism like Dreams and a sense of dread like Melancholia. Since you like Furiosa, I think you might like The Northman, which is similarly an epic tale of revenge that spans decades, and Anya Taylor-Joy is in it, and like Melancholia, Alexander Skarsgård is in it too. But I also want to recommend a couple revenge films that are female-driven stories, and The Nightingale came to mind maybe because like Furiosa, it's an Australian film, and I'll throw in Lady Snowblood as well because like Furiosa, it starts off with the protagonist as a young girl, and then we see her grow into an adult and exact her revenge. This one's also a Japanese film like Dreams. Another movie that came to mind when I was thinking of Furiosa is Walkabout, perhaps because it involves a teenage girl trying to survive in the outback. You already saw a lot of the films that came to mind when I was thinking of Melancholia, so I'm going to recommend Cries and Whispers because it's also about sisters and the inevitability of death. The Virgin Suicides, like Melancholia, is about sisters, depression, and stars Kirsten Dunst. It also has this sort of dreamy atmosphere to it, like Dreams and Mulholland Drive. Since you like Melancholia, I also think you might like Coherence, because they're both sci-fi films about a gathering around the time of a cosmic event. In Melancholia, there's a wedding and a planet is expected to collide with Earth, and in Coherence, there's a dinner party and the passing of a comet. This film also plays with our perception of reality in a way that I think you'd enjoy because you like Mulholland Drive. This one might be a bit of a stretch, but Rachel getting married also came to mind because like Melancholia, it depicts two sisters, one of whom is getting married. The Rapture came to mind because like Melancholia, it feels apocalyptic yet intimate. The Endless, like Melancholia, is a sci-fi film about two siblings. I think you'd like The Color of Pomegranate since you like Dreams because it's rich with visual symbolism and it's based on poems in a way that reminds me of how Dreams is based on dreams. The combination of Dreams and Mulholland Drive makes me want to recommend Celine and Julie Go Boating. It's not an anthology like Dreams, but it's structured in a way that almost feels sort of episodic, and like Dreams, it incorporates magical realism and dream logic, and like Mulholland Drive, it's about two women and identity.